Hello, babies. How is everyone's weekend going? I know it has been a while for those who follow me on YouTube. I am transitioning now to doing more podcasty content. My name is Ashley, and I am your lovable fat alternative host to this podcast. Aren't you exhausted? And today we are discussing none other than Amberlynn Reed because, of course, this is my podcast and I want to talk on our most loved slash hated fellow fatty of the internet. So, on tonight's episode, we're going to be discussing Amberlynn Reed's great fall of 2022 as a 500-pound girl breaking ligaments. I know she said that she's too large for conventional methods of keeping off her affected foot slash ankle, and crutches are out of the question because she can't really keep her balance with them. I believe that they are too tall for her since she is such a short person, but I believe that can be worked around. There are short people that break appendages and have to rely on crutches. And there's also the issue of not being able to keep her balance or find a walker slash knee support out there because of her size and the amount of lymphedema, lipedema that she has on both legs. And I believe lower stomach, she constantly mentions that. So she's just resorted to kind of keeping in bed off the foot as much as possible. I know in this series of vlogs, is that what they are? I'm not really sure what to call this latest set of videos that she's recorded. But for time's sake and prosperity here, I'm going to refer to them as the bedroom confessions. Because in this series of videos she's uploaded throughout the last week, she's been doing it from her bed. And they've progressively got more standoffish and just... she's recording really just to hear herself talk, I believe, at this point. And don't get me wrong, I love sassy Amberlynn. We don't get to see her very often or enough on actual YouTube. Usually the sass is saved for Instagram and Snapchat. Anyhow, she's claiming that she's still trying to keep herself busy and out of bed, but we all know that that's just going to lead to her further injuring her ankle or leg. And it's just not going to allow the affected area to heal properly. Where she gets the narrative pretty twisted when people come at her about her weight and this accident is that normal-sized people, even smaller obese people, have tools to use to keep off of the injured foot. She is not. Because of her size and lack of inventiveness, she's chosen to keep walking on that foot, which is why the pain is going further up her leg and radiating. It's not from her sitting weird, which is a whole other can of worms. She tried playing off that the reason that the pain is still there is because of how she has to sit in bed to be comfortable, that she can't sit in that position for very long. Which, when larger and dealing with, just being larger in general, but also when dealing with lymphedema or lipedema, the blood flow to the legs can sometimes be an issue in a sitting position, which is why her legs swell and just by sitting for long periods of time. So of course, sitting upright in bed with no other movement, it's going to be very uncomfortable for her. I found it really amusing when she brought up the photos of where she fell, though. The grassy area with the little divot of dirt between the sidewalk and the grass. And then we even got a photo of the shoe from in the hospital that she's tried to convince her audience that, falling is just something everybody does. There's no need to get, worried about her having fallen. Everybody does it. Mama. Mama. that is not where we're not seeing eye to eye. It's the fact that in her own fatness, she can't see that a normal person would have tripped and maybe fallen, but not ripped ligaments in their ankle. And if they did, they would be on their way to healed already because they'd have been able to keep off the foot. And this would have already been like a non-issue. Listen, I'm a fat girl myself, and I am clumsy as all get out. Always have been, no matter what range of size I was as a big person. And I know if my fat behind falls, I'm falling harder than anybody that is smaller than myself. And I'm hurting myself more over my skinny counterpart. You know why? Because I'm falling with more force behind me, more weight behind me. I know she went to school to become something in criminal justice, if my memory serves me right. But even my GED having self could put that 2 and 2 together. Like, it's Newton's law. What goes up must come down. You know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I know I'm not the only one out there that's just like, it's not unjustified why people are coming after her for this. She's created this train wreck that is her community. They dig at her for the smallest of things, but it's not unwarranted a lot of the time. The information she shares in her videos is how people are able to call her out on these things. The amount of lies and inconsistencies and just flat out horrible things that she's said and done to people throughout her own recording is just, it's just ew. It's just so ew. She also does this little flip-flop pretty frequently when she will feel so strongly about something or someone and have an opinion on them. An example, Nodder. Just to totally backpedal down the road. I mean, she still continues to lie to her audience, and they already know the truth of it. That the big red flag, the big elephant in the room, is Jade. Jade never left. Jade is still very much living with Amberlynn, and Amberlynn is essentially a sugar mama. There's no way to cut it. Like, yes, Jade has a job, but that job does not pay what Amberlynn's does. So she can afford herself to get whatever she wants within reason, because Amberlynn's not a millionaire, but she makes really good money doing almost nothing. So, I mean, no matter what way you split it, that it's a sugar mama moment. And it still cracks me up that this is the first partner that Amberlynn has been with where she hasn't shoved the camera in their face and made them a part of her vlogs and channel. She never gave Crystal that luxury, even though Crystal constantly voiced that she did not want to be on camera. She never gave Destiny that luxury while she was filming her in the shower, on the toilet, in her sports bra and boxers. I mean, she never gave like numerous friends this luxury that she was recording after being told that they didn't want to be recorded in the hospital after they just had their baby. Like, she never even gave Becky that luxury, filming her at her lowest moments. You know, going through the mental illness and trying to correct it, going through her sickness with like the diabetes and having her tooth removed. Like, she filmed all of these really personal like moments that Becky never subjected to be filmed for. Like, these were very low moments, and Amberlynn just filmed them like it was another day. She just can't be bothered one bit, really. But Daddy Jade says no, and Big Baby Amberlynn is obliging because this is the first partner since Destiny to be sexual with her, and she doesn't want to lose that. Anyhow, that's it for tonight's episode. Tune in next weekend when we discuss the feud between the girls and the community. Apparently a lot has went on in my absence, and we're going to discuss it. It might be a long one, so this will definitely be one that you need to listen to on your way to work or maybe on a little bit of a road trip. I'm also going to have commentary with my fiance, who's also kind of sat in on some of the content that these people have created and knows a little bit about it, but I kind of want the back and forth, hearing both sides of what we think on the matter. Yeah, they are sure a mess. But anyhow, I will see you guys next weekend. Bye.